Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm really looking forward to today's video because I'm going to be talking all about online investment platforms and investment apps. This is going to be your one-stop shop to figure out what app is the best one for you. I've had loads of requests about, how do you actually start investing using apps? Which ones are the most low cost options? Getting straight into it. So when people say, oh, give me the best app to use, that's a very loaded question because it really depends on a number of factors. So this platform, what do you want it to do for you? Do you just want it to give you access to ETFs and stocks and shares? Or do you want to have access to active funds as well? Also, in terms of your risk tolerance, do you want to be a riskier investor or a less risky investor? Do you want virtual trading? Because trading 2 and 2 allows you to do that before you actually trade properly. Do you want investment research? Do you want an option to replicate some top investment managers' portfolios? Because certain apps allow you to do that. But I'm hoping this video will help you make that choice. So I want to talk about Etoro. So Etoro, which is a combined platform where you can trade in both stocks and shares and also crypto, constantly comes up as one of the best rated in the UK. Interestingly though, it doesn't offer an ISA structure, so what you make on it is going to be taxed. It's worth bearing in mind that Etoro is USD currency based. The minimum deposit is $10, which is pretty low. So USD deposits and withdrawals are free and all other currencies are charged at 0.5%. There's also really cool passive investment tools on Etoro, which lets you see other people's trade. You have the ability to mimic their trade if you think that the person is really good or is making lots of money. The diversity of products that Etoro is offering is really, really impressive. And then it's no surprise that they have more than 20 million users worldwide. Not only can you access stocks, shares, ETFs, but you can also access their smart portfolio, so you can choose industries. So if you wanted to focus on the renewables or the tech sector, you can find resources on that to enable you to do that. Also, Etoro offers a safe place to trade because it's regulated by pretty much nearly every regulator, but that's not true. You should still check, but it's regulated by the SEC, which is the US regulator, the UK regulator, which is the FCA. There's a reason that this platform, Etoro, is rated #1 on so many websites. Something that's really popular about Etoro in the UK is that they don't charge the stamp duty for UK shares. As of February 2022 is the only one that doesn't charge this stamp duty fee of 0.5%. Throughout my extensive research, Vanguard kept coming up as a very good low cost option. The Vanguard platform though is limited to Vanguard funds and ETFs. So if you want to have a broader range of investments, then Vanguard might not necessarily be the right option for you. The largest traditional investment platform in the UK is Hargreaves Landsdowne. They're not cheap. So what are the fees that Hargreaves Landsdowne charge? Well, there's an annual platform fee of 0.45%, which is capped at £45 per year. This is not necessarily the case with other online apps. With Hargreaves Landsdowne, there are ready-made portfolios you can pick. Also, you can invest on their website, by phone, or via an app. They have a large range of government-sponsored vehicles that you can choose from, such as all the different types of ISAs, a junior ISA as well. A minimum investment with Hargreaves Landsdowne is a £100 lump sum. A good thing as well is that Hargreaves Landsdowne don't have deposit or withdrawal fees. Fidelity also keeps coming up. Their cheapest portfolios have a fee of 0.67% per year. Their investable universe is huge. You can access stocks, shares, ETFs, and loads of other funds as well. There's a great educational resource. There are ready-made investment platforms. You can go from choosing a ready-made pooled investment vehicle that has several different stocks and shares, securities in it, and then graduate to picking your own stocks and shares. You can use their Pathfinder tool on their mobile app, and then you can choose from 10 ready-made growth portfolios or 6 income-focused portfolios. You can decide also on your risk level, which is very helpful because if you're not experienced and you want a low risk option, you can pick that option when you go into the Fidelity app. You can also have an ISA with Fidelity, and the fees for ISAs are capped, the annual fees, at £45. So similar to Hargreaves Landsdowne in that regard. It is totally true, however, to say that the more established, older platforms like Hargreaves Landsdowne, Vanguard, Fidelity, their trading fees are so much higher than the new kids on the block. Why is that? When they've always charged it and people have paid it in the past. Whether they'll have to alter it in the future, who knows? Also, when talking about these established platforms, I also should talk about Interactive Investor. They give you one free trade a month. Now, they have an annual fee of £120 to £140. Now, that is a good bit, but they have the book to back it up. Also, they have really good educational resources. You can hold your investments in an ISA. Interactive Investor also have ready-made funds and expert advice that you can use to help you choose your investments. So that's what the annual platform fee does get you. And also, if you choose their regular investing package, they don't charge any trading fees. So there's all these little intricacies, which makes it so much fun to try and figure out which platform is for you. But I'm trying to help you. I promise I'm not trying to confuse you. I'm trying to help you. A lot of these new platforms, they don't charge any commission fee or annual fee. And that's revolutionizing the investment industry, because if you're someone who wants to invest and you have an idea as to what you want to invest in, why would you choose something that has a larger fee when you can get access to the exact same product without paying any fee? So InvestEngine was founded by two siblings, and one of them, Simon Kruckle, actually founded Gumtree. So they wanted to put together a kind of one-stop shop investment platform, which is made up of both managed, like setup portfolios that you can just go for, or you can now do the DIY option. The minimum investment is £100, but most of the time when you sign up, if you place in £100, you get at least £25 free. Again, that depends on the time, but there's usually a good offer. It's very rare that you wouldn't have this offer in place. Fees. There are no platform fees. There's no entry or withdrawal fees or setup fees or ISA fees. What you do have is an annual platform charge of 0.25%. So that's considered quite low, particularly when you compare it to the more long-standing investment platforms out there. Another app I want to talk about is Plum. Now, Plum has an annual platform fee of £12, but the minimum investment is £1. So that's quite different to your minimum investment with others, which are 100 or 120. With Plum, you can choose to invest your money in a variety of funds. Plum also calculates the amount of money that you can afford to set aside and automatically invests that amount for you, and you can choose your areas based on what matters to you. So whether that's sustainability, technology, like ethical companies in general, so you can really tailor it, and it's good for low cost investing, really. Another one I'm really excited to talk about is Dejiro. Now, first of all, Dejiro doesn't offer a stocks and shares ISA, so that's something you need to be aware of straight away. But what Dejiro does have is no minimum investment and no annual platform fee. Dejiro's investment universe is huge. You can invest in stocks, bonds, warrants, options, certificates, futures. It's really, really diverse. Now, they do have some dealing charges. You may not have to pay dealing charges if you're just investing in ETFs. However, if you're buying UK stocks, US stocks, and Irish stocks, there are dealing charges. And for an example, if you're buying a UK stock, there's a £1.75 dealing charge, and then there's a really small percentage, like 0.014% per deal. Another big one I couldn't not mention is Trading 2 and 2. It has unlimited commission-free trading on over 10,000 stocks and ETFs from the UK, US, all around Europe, and some emerging markets as well. What's really cool about Trading 2 and 2 is that you can do virtual investing with an imaginary 50k, wish it was a real 50k, but with imaginary 50k to see how it would go. And that is quite an invaluable tool if you're a new investor and want to see how good your instincts actually are. Trading 2 and 2 has a minimum investment of £1. If you're setting up a bank transfer, it has to be a minimum of £10. You can trade in pounds, euros, or dollars. Something you need to work out is how you're actually going to be depositing your cash into your trading accounts. So most of the time, bank transfers are free, even though you might have to do a minimum amount, like Trading 2 and 2, which is a minimum of £10. It's worth noting that for a lot of these platforms, there is a charge if you use a credit or debit card. So that's something, if you can only invest via credit or debit card, and that you're going to be charged, and that's usually around 0.7%, but you'll need to check it on a case-by-case basis with the individual providers. So I really hope this video has not scrambled your brain too much and it's been helpful, because the factors that you need to consider when you're choosing an investment app or investment platform is Do you need to structure it in a tax efficient way, such as an ISA? Do you have a high risk tolerance? Do you have a low risk tolerance? Do you want to have additional resources, such as investment research and expertise? All these factors will play into your decision, but hopefully this video has given you the tools that you can now go and check and really see which is the right one for you. Personally, I really like the more modern ones. I just don't think the high fees that the traditional investment platforms attract are current anymore. They were in their heyday, but now there's a whole bunch of competition that gives you the same access. I mean, it depends if you really trust like a Hargreaves Landsdowne portfolio. I mean, they do have very skilled people at their helm choosing these. So that's another way to look at it. But I'm not here to give investment advice. I'm here to give you the facts about the different platforms and the costs that are associated with them. Guys, subscribe for more. Please do that. Take care.